everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing the 4Mums mamaRoo baby seat. We got our baby seat from mybaby.com.au for $435, but here in Australia it retails for $599.99. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all of the features, and then I'm going to tell you what we liked about it and what we don't like about it, and whether it's a must-have, nice to have, or don't bother. So the first thing to know about the 4Mums mamaRoo is that it's the Rolls Royce of baby seats. You can see that here it's got its illuminated dial, and it's got 5 movement settings: car ride, kangaroo, tree swing, rockabye and wave. And you move and adjust that with this touchpad over here. For that price I would have thought it was a touchscreen, but never mind. Also, each setting has 5 speeds, so you can adjust the speed of the seat. So this one turns it on, and then you adjust the speed with the plus or minus, and it will go faster or slower. On the other side here, we've got the sound button, and it's got 4 different sounds. It's got rain, fan, ocean, heart. Plus you can connect your phone via Bluetooth, and it's also got the AUX cable as well. It's also got a volume adjuster as well. You don't have to have the sound going, but you can have both going at once. So you can see that the mamaRoo has a built-in safety harness to keep the baby safe while they're inside of the chair. And one of the good things about it is that it has a removable cover. So this fabric cover, you can unzip with these zips on the side here, and you can take it off and put it in your washing machine and it'll come out good as new. You can also see that it's got a built-in mobile, and these little things you can change to suit the age of the baby. So early on we started out with the high contrast patterns on each side, pointing down to the moo, and she was very happy. She was enthralled with those. We called them her best friend because as soon as we put her in there, she'd look up at the high contrast patterns and she'd start chatting away to them. Once they're a bit older and can see colours, you can turn them over to the coloured side, and then they can be entertained by the colour side as well. The mobile itself doesn't have any movement. You need to tap it to make it move, and I really thought that for $600 you would be able to have some sort of mechanical movement of the mobile. So now to what we think of the mamaRoo. There are some things that we really like about the mamaRoo. Firstly, it looks really nice. It's not as ugly as some of those other baby swings you can get, and it doesn't really take up much room. So we just put it in the corner and it looks quite nice in our living room. You can also get different colours for this. So if you don't want a particularly bright coloured one, you can get just a plain grey seat as well, which will look nice in your living room. The best thing about it was in the first 4 weeks of the moo's life, I was a new mum and I had no idea what to do, and she was just crying a lot, and if I put her down she would just start crying. The only thing that would stop her crying was to be held by me, so I couldn't do anything. I couldn't eat, I couldn't go have a shower, I couldn't go tend to the dog or anything like that. So it was quite difficult in those early days, and so that was the reason that we bought the mamaRoo, because I really wanted to be able to put her down for a few minutes, and the mamaRoo did work in that way, in that she would cry if I put her down anywhere else, but if I put her in the mamaRoo, she could sit happily for about 20 minutes and I could go get something to eat or go clean up a little bit. So that was really nice. The other thing that we like about the mamaRoo is that it keeps her safe now. Now that she's rolling, we can't really leave her alone on her mat on the floor because she is rolling onto her tummy, but we're not really sure that she can get back yet, so I'm not really comfortable leaving her alone on the floor on her mat without me being in the room. However, if I need to go to the bathroom or get something to eat, I can safely put her in the harness of the mamaRoo and quickly run and get something to eat and know that she's going to be safe. So now on to what we don't like about the mamaRoo. It's not necessarily that we don't like the mamaRoo, it's are we getting $600 worth of value out of the mamaRoo. So firstly, the sound quality of the inbuilt speakers is terrible. Even with the inbuilt settings of rain, fan, ocean, heart, you can hardly hear it, and if you can, it just sounds a little staticky and all the sounds sound the same. There's no point really in having the AUX cable or the Bluetooth, because you can't even distinguish one song from another out of these speakers. Secondly, you've noticed that I haven't said that I like the 5 movement patterns. That's because the moo doesn't notice what movement pattern it's on. So what you're paying for is all the different movements that this baby seat makes, but the baby doesn't notice. So that's another thing that was disappointing for us. Another thing that we've noticed is that a lot of our friends say that their baby goes to sleep in their baby seat. The moo has never been to sleep in this. It has never put her to sleep. Maybe it's just the moo, but I don't know. It's not doing the same as a normal baby swing might do, I think. Lastly, and probably the thing that has probably turned us against the mamaRoo is that by 3 months it seems like she's outgrown it, because I put her in there and she is not entertained at all. She just sits there and looks bored. And so for $600 I want something that's going to entertain my baby, and she doesn't even look at the mobile anymore, and she just sits there and waits for me to get her out. So really what it has become is something convenient for me to put her in while I go quickly get some food or something like that. It's definitely something that's not entertaining to her. So you can probably tell from this review that this is definitely not a must-have for us. It's definitely a nice to have if you've got the spare money laying around, but you can also find some cheaper options. Even within the 4mums range, they have the rockaroo, which is similar, but it doesn't have the different movement settings, and it's about half the price. So if you're looking for a baby seat and you're particularly looking for something in the 4mums range, have a look at the rockaroo. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye!